So let's have a look at how to use MyFitnessPal. First of all, we need to have a look at the blue options menu at the bottom, and we need to click in the bottom right. We've got the 3 dots and we press more. This brings us to our main list of objectives. Now the main one to focus on at the start are our goals. Our goals have already been set during our onboarding session with the coach. So as you can see, halfway down the list, we can see goals. So I'm going to click on goals. And this brings up another page, which you don't need to pay too much attention to the top side. If you want to put your own details in, that's great. But it's important to note we're not actually using MyFitnessPal's own algorithm. We're going to set our own goals, which has been set with the coach. So if you look at nutrition goals, one down from that, we've got calories, carbs, protein, and fat goals. I'm going to click this, and this brings us onto our calorie goals. Now, for argument's sake today, my calorie goal is going to be 2,500. So I'm going to click on the calories, and I'm going to change that total to 2,500. I'm going to press tick, and that will save the calories. Now we've also set a protein target, which if you look two down the list or 3 down the list, we've got protein. If I click on protein, this is going to bring up our percentage slider for our macronutrients. Now my protein goal is 200 grams a day. If you look at the actual fit numbers underneath the macros, we've got carbs 219, protein 219, fat 83. That's currently set at 35%, 35%, and 30%. Now, you'll be very lucky to get the numbers absolutely bang on because it goes up in 5% increments. But what we want to do is set our percentage goals that align as close as we possibly can with our actual goals. So bear in mind, my protein goal is 200% at 200 grams. I'm actually going to bring that, I'm going to keep it to 30%. All right, so it's 188. That's a little bit closer to 200 than the 35, so I'm going to choose that one. I'm then going to go for carbohydrates, because I have quite a high carbohydrate diet. I'm going to choose 40%. I'm going to keep the fats at 30%. The carbs and the fats aren't as important as the protein, and they can be distributed however may suit your current dietary needs or your habits. From here, once I've set my protein percentages, I'm going to click tick, and hopefully that should save our percentages in the list above, which it has, which is great. From there, we're going to go back to the main page, go back again. All right, and this brings us to our main page, back onto our list. If you look back on the blue list at the bottom, we have dashboard, diary, newsfeed, plans, and more. I'm going to click on diary, and this actually brings us to our food log. Now, let's try and input in some food. I'm going to start with some breakfast, and for breakfast, for example, we're going to use 2 chicken hex sausages, 2 bacon medallions from Tesco, and 2 large eggs from Lidl. So how do I go about inputting this? At the top, you'll see the search for food bar. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to allow me to type in. So I'm going to type in chicken hex sausages. Okay. Search, and up comes a list of chicken hex sausages. Okay. Now I know my chicken sausages were Italian chicken sausages, so I'm going to click on the second one down. All right, 60 calories, two sausages, heck. I'm going to click on that. So the serving size is 2 sausages, so I've had 1 serving of 2 sausages. So I then click top right to add food. And as you can see here, this goes straight into my food log, okay? I'm then going to add another food. All right, bacon medallions from Tesco. So I'm going to type in bacon medallions, Tesco. If you know the brand, it gives you a little bit more accuracy. So there we go. 1 medallion at Tesco is 62 calories. I'm going to click on that, but then I need to change the number of servings because I've had 2. It's 1 medallion and 2 servings. So click on the 2, click on the 1 and then slide it down to 2. All right, 124 calories. Top right, click, add, and that goes, if I go back, it goes straight into my food log. And the last one, add another food. We've had egg. There's a large egg from Lidl. So I'm going to type in egg, Lidl, search. As you can see, on my third option down, got large egg from Lidl, 78 calories. I'm going to click that. I'm changing servings to 2. Top right, click to add, and then go back to see it in my log. Okay, so if we look at the numbers on calories remaining just at the top, The goal is 2,500, which we've already set ourselves with our coach. All right. And I've already consumed 340 calories based on what I've already inputted into MyFitnessPal. The sausages, the medallions, and the large eggs. Now, I've also got lunch and dinner to add. So if you slide down, you can see this. If you want to track water on there, that's absolutely fine, just to keep yourself accountable. But we don't need to worry about exercise. Do not add your exercise. So as you can see, I've got 2,160 calories remaining for the day. All right, and that's going to be broken down with my lunch, my dinner, and any other snack options. You can add your snacks into that bottom part as well. Okay, it's important to note that you want to make sure that any of your devices are not attached to this. So any steps or fitness trackers, we want to unattach them if they are linked to MyFitnessPal. So to be able to do that, we go back to the blue list at the bottom, press more. If you slide down this list here, you'll see apps and devices. Click on that, make sure that nothing's attached that's going to add more calories on, so we don't want to be overeating because we've already set our calorie goals separately. So make sure nothing's connected on mine. All right. If you did have anything connected, it would show up on your calories remaining as adding exercise on next to that food total at the top. So please be aware of that, and hopefully that will keep you on the straight and narrow. So back to the list of options we've got in our more section. I'm then going to click on nutrition, which is on the list. And this gives us a really good breakdown of our macronutrients and micronutrients and vitamins and minerals that we've had in our food daily log. So far in that breakfast choice that we've had, I've had 50 grams of protein, as you can see from the top. My goal is 188, and I've got 138 grams to try and hit. All right, I've had 1 gram of carbohydrate, and I've had 15 grams of fat. So throughout the day, you'll be able to choose the foods that are going to fit into your macros the best, and you'll be able to also manage the amount that you kind of consume to be able to hone in on those numbers and kind of tweak your day according to those numbers. Okay, so a really good, useful tool to use on the nutrients page here, and just to give yourself that extra little bit of information and data to make informed choices. That's pretty much it as we get going. All right, the more times you use it, the easier it becomes to use. The history of your searches will be saved, and it'll become a little less time consuming. It won't take you as long because you'll be used to inputting as much as you can. All right, please use it to only input food, and it's a really great tool to stay accountable, and it's got to be done as accurately as possible. If that means weighing things out, please weigh things out. You can also look at the amounts in specific containers. So if you have a quarter of an amount and your container is 400 grams, you automatically know that's 100 grams of what you've eaten. So please be as accurate as possible to give us the best opportunity to get you the results that you want.